Hello, my name is Thomas Rowley and today I'm going to be talking about the impacts of tilapia on Australian waterways. The tilapia is a noxious pest species that inhabits freshwater and brackish rivers of Queensland. The fish was introduced through the aquarium trade in the mid-1970s and has since proven itself as being perfectly conditioned to overrun and decimate aquatic ecosystems. The isolated nature of the spread of tilapia has at the root a past of human-assisted introductions. Therefore, the management of the issue has to consider education and restrictions on the general public. The research inquiry was concerned with findings in relation to two major issues. Firstly, the paper sought to identify the associated risk to general waterway health and aquatic flora, and secondly, was identifying the risk to native fish species and aquatic biodiversity. The paper was concerned with making assertions based upon quality peer-reviewed materials and governmental reports on the tilapia's existence in Australia. One of the significant limitations of the inquiry was that it relied upon previous research, which is to this point limited on the subject of tilapia in Australia. The inquiry made a range of findings in regards to the impact of tilapia on aquatic waterway health. Cold water temperatures through winter months can cause mass kill events in tilapia species. The existence of tilapia results in the denuding of macrophytic habitats, which are crucial to native fish spawning and general waterway health. Disruptive nesting practices can lead to water turbidity and an overload of nutrients. This can lead to a process called eutrophication, where algae blooms and then dies, resulting in a removal of oxygen and a risk of fish kill events spoiling the water further. Nesting can also reduce general bank and riverbed stability. The inquiry also made significant links between the tilapia's existence and threats to native species. The tilapia, through preconditioned biological factors, presents the ability to overpopulate watercourses and remove habitat from native fish. Plasticity in regards to maturation rates, diet, and breeding habits, and tolerance to various water qualities, facilitates the ability of the tilapia to overrun native species. Tilapia can rear multiple broods a year, and therefore disrupt the breeding of natives, which generally don't display plasticity in regard to breeding. One of the weaknesses of this inquiry in past papers is in relation to the lack of empirical evidence and studies which substantiate the claims that the existence of tilapia is having a noticeable impact on native fish species and breeding. The management of the invasion is concerned with ensuring adequate measures are in place to discourage human assistance in developing methods for removal of the species from watercourses. Government bodies have done a good job of introducing heavy fines for those found owning, returning or relocating the fish species, and therefore a significant deterrent exists. Methods of removal have up until now been relatively unsuccessful, with netting and electrofishing as well as chemical methods being short-term fixes and potentially harmful to native species and waterway health. Therefore, the main area for further research is concerned with developing safe and effective methods of eradication. The project is well connected to the Australian curriculum. It identifies the fact that people use science in daily lives and that a simple action such as releasing a tilapia can have a drastic impact on the ecosystem. Children undertaking the project also get to identify patterns between the fish's existence and make predictions on future impacts of the species in Australia. This project is best suited for Year 3 and 4 students as it connects with the curriculum goals for this age group. In conclusion, the tilapia is having a dramatic impact on Australian waterways, and its removal is crucial to the ongoing health of Australian waterways.